Hello and welcome to On the Bench LFC. Wow, what a season. Liverpool have just beaten Wolves 2-0 in the final game of Liverpool's Premier League season. Mane scoring the 2 goals in this one to take him up to 22 to equal Mo Salah for the Golden Boot. On a serious note, there's nothing at all that I can say that will tell anybody out there how proud I am of this Liverpool team, of the manager, of the players, of the fans, because this is just the beginning. We've got 97 points on the table, the Premier League table, the best runners up the Premier League has ever seen. We've got a Champions League final yet to play as well. What a way to end the Premier League by getting another 3 points on the table. Wolves were a fantastic team. They showed that they're a quality team when we played them, but the main thing that I'm going to be saying in this stream is I am so proud of the lads and what they've achieved this year. If you would have said to any Liverpool fan before this season started, Liverpool will get 97 points on the table, everyone would have been like, yeah, well, I'll take that. Or they would have been like, yeah, all right, we can get up there. There will be some of you that will go, well, I knew we could do that. But, of course, we all want to get as many points as possible. And to get 97 points and to not win the league just shows how really we've got to stand there and say congratulations to Man City, because to beat Liverpool and how good we've been this year, 1 loss over a whole season, the team that won the league, Man City, they had to be sensational. That's the only way I can put it. And they did. And you can talk about how much money they've spent, Jurgen Klopp's net spend compared to Guardiola's, whatever you want to say, The main thing that we need to focus on is that this is only the beginning. It's the first step. There's talks of Klopp signing a new 5-year contract. As I said, we've got a Champions League final to go to. There's so much amazing stuff that we've got ahead, and it's such a good time to be a Liverpool fan right now. I cannot wait until next season, and this season's only just stopped. And there's been times in the past when you've supported Liverpool and a season's finished and you've come away from that season and you thought to yourself, we need to do this. We need to go into the transfer window. We need to buy this player. We need to buy that player. We need to sort this out. We need to sort that out. I'm telling you, after that Premier League season's just finished, people are asking me on this channel, who do you think we need to sign in the transfer window, Daz? And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know, because it only depends, in my mind, mainly on who's going to leave us, because that team is sensational. They are sensational. Of course, you can always say that you can improve anything. You can never say anything's perfect. But I've got nothing but praise for them lads and what they've done this year. Nothing at all. Welcome to the live chat, everybody that's in there. How are you all? Thank you so much for joining me in this one. Unreal, everyone. Honestly, that game, finishing it off 3 points, 2-0, Sadio Mane. Mane wanted to catch Mo Salah, didn't he? Can you imagine if Mane overtook Salah in the last game, if he got a hat-trick? Wow, incredible. How are we all doing? Thank you so much to everybody that joined the live stream watch-along as well. That was brilliant. What an atmosphere we had in the live chat in there. It was so good to see Liverpool's last game with a watch-along. It's been a while on the channel, but it's brilliant to get back to it, and I can't wait for next season. We've got Champions League final as well. Remember, welcome to all the new subscribers as well. Connor says, I'm absolutely gutted that we didn't win the league, but what these Reds have done this season is simply unbelievable. I'm so proud to be part of such an amazing club. We go again next season. 100% we go again. It's our motto, we go again. But this time we go again with a lot more to look forward to, because we've proven that we can close that massive gap that was between us and City last year. No one else could do that. Liverpool did that. And now this year, there isn't a gap really, is there, between us and City? So next season, let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what we can do. For him says they deserve the title. Thank you for him. Good to see you in here, my friend. Dark says, thank you, Liverpool, for this year. Yeah, that's what you got to say, is thank you. You've got to stand up and say thank you to them. They have literally worn the Liverpool shirt with pride this year, everyone. They really have. Does Alisson have the golden glove, Gio says? Yes. Yes, I believe he does. Yeah. Rob says, we done so well. We need to win the Champions League. Rob, yes. Fully agree with you. We need to do that one. We've got Spurs now. We can now turn our attentions to Spurs and, hopefully get a great victory in that one and get the Champions League trophy, because Liverpool deserve a trophy this season. And the Champions League trophy is not one to snuff your nose at, is it? So 100% agree with you there. We should have got the boot, says AA. Peter says, so gutted they didn't win the Premier League. Still proud of the team, but still dreaming of lifting that trophy. Peter, I know. It would have been nice to win the 19th league title, wouldn't it, for Liverpool? It's the trophy, it's the one that's eluding the fans, it's the one that we all wanted. If you ask a lot of Liverpool fans, would you prefer to win the Champions League or the Premier League? You would say the Premier League. A lot of us would anyway. I, for one, am sick of other fans saying, you won't win the Premier League. It's coming. It's coming, trust me. With these players, with that manager, and with how the fans support the club, how can you not say that that's coming? We're close. I can smell it in the air, everyone. And it's probably, no, I actually smell not too bad considering I've just done a massive watch-along. Josh says, at least we could get a trophy. Josh, yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. We still got a lot to look forward to with the Champions League. So, AA says, Man United lost 0-2 to Cardiff. Did they? Oh my God, I haven't even had time so we can set this up, but that is brilliant. They're going places, aren't they? Of course. Down. Gary says, we must win the Champions League. We were brilliant this season. Let's win next season. Warner Delit Fekir. We can win it next season. Dazza, yes. Where was the new kit, says AA. Yeah, good point. Good point, actually. And Anthony says Cardiff. Eric says, at least we're competing for titles now. You're never all clone. Eric, yeah, spot on. That's exactly what we're doing. That's what we can say. We can look at this team and say they're competing on all fronts now. That's all I've ever wanted to be able to say, is that it's good to see that Liverpool are competing on all fronts, and we financially stable. We're doing really well financially. We're smarter in how we're doing transfer business. Everything just seems so good. There's a lot moving forwards with Liverpool now. We're definitely back up the top where we belong. That's what I like to see. Ferno is basically saying, stuff City, onto the Champions League final, he says. Brilliant. Wayne says, yes, Daz, how's it going? What a season we've had. So proud of the boys. Onto Madrid. You'll never walk alone. Yeah, onto Madrid, mate. Onto Madrid. That's what we're looking forward to. Good to see you, buddy. I'm very good, thank you. True, hats off to City, but we're just beginning to geo. Yeah, they should be scared. We are just getting started. Original Gunner says, I'm so sorry for the title. I'm wishing Liverpool the best of luck next season. Thank you so much, Original, mate. Thank you so much. Hopefully next season, mate, we might get there. Hey, Mickey says, hit the like button. Thank you so much. Yeah, please leave a thumbs up on this stream. I'd really appreciate if you could do that for us, and hopefully that helps get more Liverpool fans in, so we could hear more Liverpool fans' views on this season. Gary says, Dazza, 3 players wins us the league. Wait for it. Fekir, Warner, Delit, and we will be champions. They're like the 3 names that I think everyone wants to sign in this summer transfer window, from what I can see. Any City fans trolling will be removed. Says on the bench, LFC is a legend. Yeah, they're gonna try it. They're gonna try it. But like I said, fair play to them. I'm sure there would have been Liverpool fans giving it back to them the other way or whatever. So we just let it go over our heads. We're bigger than that, aren't we, lads and ladies? Or he says, fair play to the team as a whole. Even if we leave this season empty-handed, we can be proud of the players. Yeah, massively, Ois, massively. Chris says, we couldn't wear the new kit today because we could still have won the league, mate. There you go. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for putting that in there. Massive shout by Chris there, everyone. Because says, let the City fans have their day. Yep. Eric says, take care, Daz, you'll never walk alone. Take care, Eric, my friend. Look after yourself. I wish you have a fantastic rest of your day, mate. Sad part is we were louder even though we lost the league. Yeah. Corey says, I'm not a City fan, but my team's rubbish, so City. There we go. Corey's obviously, he's not a fan of City, but he's happy that City won it by the sounds of it. Chris says, all right, Daz, mate. All right, Chris, buddy. Daz, can I get a fist bump? Of course you can, mate. There you go. Boom. We are wearing the new kit in the Champions League final. Oh, that'd be nice to see, wouldn't it? I know a lot of you have got it already. I'm getting the black goalkeeper's kit first. That is so smart. It looks lovely. Pretty says, I'm over Fekir now. If we wanted him, we would have gone and got him. Plus the whole knee thing. Pritesh is on it. Leon says, can we just take a minute to say, rest in peace, Manchester United? Well, he says, yes, Dazar. Connor, we'll be hoping for a 6th Champions League, and City can only dream of getting to a final. 100%. That is the thing. City would have really wanted to get to a Champions League final and to win it this year, and they haven't been able to achieve that. So all the City fans laughing. We could still have the last laugh yet. Messi said, good night, Daz. It's 2:13 a.m. here. Good night, Messi's Redbeard. You take care, mate. Get yourself a good night's sleep. And on to the Champions League final. Thank you for joining me, though, tonight. We rejected Fekir, so I don't see why people think we'll get him. Gary says, Dazza, get the 6-pack out with a chicken mayo sub, sunshine. Yeah, need it, mate. Need it. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. I've got to wait until after I've done all this streaming, talking to you, lovely lot. Then I'll plan it. I don't plan that far ahead, obviously. I am a man. That's kind of what we do, isn't it? I'm so proud of this team. Nothing will ever change that pride. No, too right, mate. Too right. Apparently we are, though, Mickey. Football can only give you such feelings, says Shah. Yeah, you're spot on. That is it. And, you know, the feelings that we have from this season is the proud feeling, pride. You know, there's heartache there in some people that I'm already seeing comments online that they're really upset that we didn't manage to win it this year. But like I said, keep your chins up. We're going to a Champions League final, everyone. That's a massive achievement. 97 points on the table is massive. It's huge. You know, City were just phenomenal as well. Both teams were phenomenal. Everyone is talking about Liverpool as being the best runners-up. We took them all the way to the last day of the season. City they knew Liverpool was pressing them. So, to me, that's amazing, you know. And it's only the beginning. Wonder if City would have won the league if they didn't play Brighton. Don't know, mate. Don't know. But like I said, I want to say a massive shout out to Brighton as well and the Brighton fans, because their players, the fans, they all wanted Liverpool to win. You know, Murray scored for them today. They would have given it their all. You know, and then they just fell short. City, they got the last game over the line. They wanted it. They scored some phenomenal goals by the looks of the clips in that game. So, yeah, you know, hats off to Brighton as well, everyone. Barry Scott says Champions League is better than Premier League. I'd rather have Champions League than that. Thank you so much, Barry, for letting us know your views. I respect Liverpool. Shah says, I was hoping for top 3 at the most. Starting of season, we finished 1 point behind us. Shah, yeah, gotcha, my friend. Mickey says, chin up, Reds. We are getting better every season under Klopp. Yes. He said, I don't support them. So, Barry, you don't support Liverpool, but you respect them. Thank you so much, Barry, for saying that you respect them and for letting us know that you don't support them. O-Dog says, even though we wanted the league, the Champions League, still a bigger trophy than there is always next season. Yeah, massively. Right, let me just tweak this. Let me sort out the Skype so we can get some fan reactions, get some phone-ins from you lovely lot. Let's see what we got. Right. Mickey, if you want round 2, mate, if you want to ring up now, let's give it a go. Hopefully, I managed to sort the problemo on the channel that we was having during the match with the call-ins. Obviously, nobody could hear Mickey when he tried to call in, but I think I managed to sort the technical issues. What else we got in here? Connor says, we're going to Madrid. On the bench of FC, a legend says, I would call in, but I'm too depressed. Don't be depressed, mate. Lift yourself up. Come on. Liverpool have done amazing. And we got Champions League. Please. Come on. Don't be depressed, everyone. Be positive. That's what I want to see. Like the title of this, wow, what a season. It's been an incredible season. Think about the ride that you've just had this year. Think about all the celebrations that you've had. How Liverpool have smashed teams. Not just how we're smashing teams, but it's not just how, like last year, we were blitzing teams, but defensively, and we didn't know how to manage games as well. This year, we manage games. We know how to be stronger defensively. We've got an amazing goalkeeper, amazing defenders, amazing midfield, amazing attack. Everything is so much better. Think about all the good times, honestly. And don't let the depression kick in over this. You can't afford to. You can't dwell on could-haves, what ifs, I think the saying is. You can't dwell on what ifs. You know, what if we would have won the league? We didn't. City managed to do it. Next year, we go again. And if we play like we did this year and we take it up a gear, then yeah, we go all out and we challenge on all fronts again. That's what I think. Mr. Ramtastic says, well done, City. Now come on, Spurs. So Mr. Ramtastic obviously doesn't like Liverpool very much. Wrong stream for that one, buddy. Anthony says, to be honest, when have City ever said we're going to Madrid? Exactly. Susan Cox says, I agree. So proud of our boys. Thank you for joining us, Susan. Yeah, you got to be. You got to keep your chins up. You got to keep your heads held high. Don't let these other fans get to you either. They're coming in and gloating. They're coming in and saying things, and they'll be online going, hey, Liverpool didn't win a league. But half of them support the teams that are dropping down the table. They're going the wrong way. Liverpool are going the right way. Just remember that. The Man United fans, what's going on with their team? They signed a manager. They employed a manager that is taking them down. He's not taking them up. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Like Chelsea and that, there's a lot of teams that have got to sort themselves out, and their fans are going to give you stick, and all you got to do is hold your chin high, because we are the team that took City to the last day of the season. We're the team, along with Spurs, that are in the Champions League final. You know, there's only 2 teams that can say they're in the Champions League final, and only one of them teams can say we've done it 2 years in a row, and that's Liverpool Football Club. That's that badge that we wear on our chest, right? So don't worry about what the other fans say, because it's irrelevant. They support their teams, we support our teams. There's rivalry there for a reason. But Liverpool lost 1 game this season. Can other teams say they lost them games? No. City were fantastic this year. They've won the league. I clap them. I'm not an idiot. I won't say that they didn't deserve it. They obviously did for getting the points that they did. You know, like I said, 198 points over 2 years. That's something to say. Yeah, great team. Well done. But this is only the start for Liverpool. Anthony says, looking forward to this transfer market in the summer. So we were linked potentially with James Rodriguez. Yeah, with so many transfers that we got to talk about moving forwards on this channel. A lot to talk about, everyone. Colin says, I honestly can't believe some people are saying we bottled the league. We got 97 points and we're going to Madrid. No one can say we bottled the league. There was what I see people saying is about we drew too many games, but that's because we only lost 1 game. You know, chins up, everyone, chins up. Pritesh says, I'm not disappointed. We closed a 20-point gap and pushed to the end. Exactly. Massive improvements from us this year. Massive improvements. On the net spend that Klopp's got, yeah, massive. Gary says, Dazza, I'm a proud Red. We go again next season. 100% Gary. Fist pump for that, my friend. Double A says, can't wait till next year. We will get 110 points. 101 points. 110 points. 101 points. Yeah, double A. I'm down with that. Rajesh says, feel very sad, Daz. Don't know what to say. Rajesh, mate, just say you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Hold your heads up high. That's all you got to do, mate. That's all you got to do. Mickey says, if you're up for a call, I'm up for it, Daz. Need to cheer up a lot of Reds. Yeah, definitely. Phone in. Phone in. Right, I'll put the Skype badge on. And the Skype name, there you go. If you're new to this channel and you fancy a call into the show after obviously Mickey calls in, then all you need to do is have Skype and add on Adventure LFC, all in smalls like that. And you can phone into the show and let everybody that's watching listen to your views. Hello Mickey, my friend, how are you?
I'm not too bad actually, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of the Reds. We did our job. It was a bit nervy, but we did our job. City did a job on Brighton, to be honest. So
yeah,
we never. So people need to understand is we did not lose this league. City won it. There's a big difference.
Yeah. Do you know, I really like that. I really like how Mickey said that. We did not lose the league. City won it. That is something, I'd get that printed on a shirt, but I wouldn't want City actually written on it, if that makes sense. But I fully agree with that one. I want to say hello to LFC Gillian. I see you've come in there. And do you know, Mickey, a point that she's just put there, we took a 25-point deficit and made it 1. Nothing is over, as Robbo said. The team is staying together, so we only have good times to look forwards to. You'll never walk alone. Mate, looking forwards, only good times, isn't it?
Well, listen, every single season under Klopp, we have got better and better. Now, you look, last season, we lost the Champions League final. He's going to go one further this season. I'm sure of it. You're going to win it. So what's going to happen next season? Listen, to win the league next season, you need 100 points. It's obvious.
Yeah.
it's obvious. With this City side, you need 100 points or you're not going to win the league. Yeah.
Do you think the 100-point thing, is it just showing the difference in class now? Like where, like a lot of people have said, it's been a 2-horse race this season between Liverpool and City. But does that just show how much of a class drop off there's been with the other top 4, top 6 teams, in the sense that, you know, City and Liverpool aren't dropping as many points as what they probably would have years ago because the other teams aren't quite as good?
I don't agree.
No?
I think Liverpool and Man City are just better.
Right.
I think they're the best 2 sides in Europe by a mile. We're better than Madrid. We're better than Barcelona. I don't care what anyone says. We proved it the other day over 2 legs. We are the best side, second best side in Europe behind City. But we can be clever. We can catch them. We can use our youth system, where they're going to go and spend big. But the financial fair play will cripple them now.
Yeah, that's the main thing to look at. I mean, like you just said, the youth setup at Liverpool and with what Klopp wants to do moving forwards as well. Financially, we have been a lot smarter, and City, you know, they've got the power to spend, and where the financial fair play comes into it, do you see that City will lose many players over the next season, or do you think they will probably keep the squad that they've got at the moment? Whereas Liverpool, I feel like everyone's going to stay.
I think City have got quite a few Asian players, and they've either got to look at replacing them in the next 2 years, whether they do it early and bring players on like they did with Bernardo Silva, or whether it's they just go, okay, thanks a lot, like with company, go somewhere else, run out your career, and we'll replace you with a £100 million player. But they've got to be careful because they're already in trouble at the moment. They're already under investigation. They've got to be careful this financial fair play. But they will spend big because they don't want us to get near them.
Yeah, no, then this is the one thing that I'm looking at. City, they knew that we pushed them all the way this year, and they're looking over their shoulder and they're thinking, well, Liverpool closed that gap that we had from them last year. Last year, they've run away with it. This year, they haven't been able to. And they're going to be thinking to themselves, what have we got to do to keep Liverpool at bay next season? Because, as we're all saying, we're only going to get better. The players have been together another year. We've added new players that haven't really been in the squad that long. They're going to be better next season. We've got youth players that might be given a shot. Like you've got your Brewster and stuff that I think he's been given a guarantee that he's going to get some game time next season at least. You've got Harry Wilson that we don't know what's going to happen with him. But then we've also got a transfer window that Klopp's not going to go mental in the transfer window, but there's options out there because, again, we got to the Champions League final. We pushed City all the way. So all the best players in the world are going to be willing to join Liverpool. So if we want to spend the money, there's going to be options out there, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, there's going to be people that are going to be attracted by our style of play. And also as well, I know City have got Guardiola, but a lot of players are going to be thinking, if I go City, I'm going to sit on the bench for 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be pretty tough, and it's going to be tougher for the clubs below us because we're going to be pinching players they're going for, and City are going to be pinching players they go for. It really is going to be tough for people to catch us next season. And I honestly believe the next stage forward is to win this league. But people need to be said to me at the start of the season, I'll be happy if we challenge City for the title. We've done more than that. We've took them all the way to the last day. They were nervy when it could have, if they hadn't scored them 2 quick goals, it still could have been 1-0 at half time. May have changed what happened, but we'll never know now.
Yeah, that's it. Like, obviously, like you said, we never know. We can't change it. And as I said, fair play to Brighton. Everyone had their hopes resting on them, and they went and they scored the first goal. They was trying, wasn't they?
Well, yeah. You listen. It was we knew before going into it that the possibility of Brighton taking points off City were very remote. But you had to believe. You had to believe Brighton being at home. They did themselves proud. To be fair, I watched bits of it and whatever. They did attack the Manchester City, but Manchester City are such a good side. You know what I mean? You give them half a chance and they'll score. If you're going to look back on the season, and the only thing that I will look back on is the 2 games against City, we gave them too much respect.
Yeah.
And where the season before we attacked them and beat them. I know we got beat because Manny got sent off, but I do believe the game at Anfield, we both gave each other too much respect. He was scared of losing to us, and we were scared of going forward. And I just think the game at the Etihad was close. By rights, it should have been 1-1, but they scored that goal, and there were two good goals. We gave them half a chance, and they scored. So next season, if you're looking to improve, if we can take more points off City, it gives us a better chance of winning it.
Yeah, no, you're not alone with that thought. I know my dad said exactly the same thing to me when we was talking about it earlier on. Getting back to obviously the final match, because everyone at the moment, we're just all thinking about, wow, like I said, wow, what a season. But Liverpool versus Wolves today, Wolves played really well in that game. They had a lot of moments in that game that put Liverpool on the back foot, I felt. Mane scored 2 goals, so I'm giving Mane my man of the match. Who's your man of the match for that game?
Definitely Mane. Definitely Mane. He was everywhere, wasn't he? He was trying for it. And fair play to him. He's equalled Salah for the Golden Boot. And fair play to Aubameyang as well. We've got to add into it. It's the first time I've known it for a while. 3 players win the Golden Boot.
Yeah, that was confusing me. I was thinking, what's going to happen?
Yeah, they just all get they all get a trophy. They just share it.
Yeah, like, can you imagine if Mane would have nicked it at the end though? Because Mo obviously won it last year, and a lot of people were saying like Mane would really want to take it from Mo this year, and there's a lot of talk about the greed going on between them and stuff. But I still feel that there is both of them add goals to our team. They're both quality. Whether someone says that in times they can be greedy in each moment, but like today, how Mane scores them goals, like that header, for instance, he's been on fire for us, especially recently. I think the way Mane has performed, especially when there was a bit of a dip, wasn't there, in Salah's goal scoring. Still performing, but he wasn't getting as many goals. Mane was pulling it out the bag for Liverpool, wasn't he?
Yeah, he definitely was. And for me, he's the danger man in the final. And looking at Spurs today, apparently they haven't played very well. They've got a 2-2 draw with Everton. So it's looking good. It's looking good. I'd put a bet on Mane to score first in the final.
Yeah, there we go. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Mickey's going to put a bet on for Mane to score first. Well, I hope he does. And, I wouldn't mind seeing a couple of goals from Mane in the final, to be honest, because then we know that they've got to score at least 3. So, also today, Alisson. I've got to give an honourable mention to Alisson, because as much as I would give Mane man of the match because he scored 2 goals, I think Alisson also helped us win that game massively.
Oh, yeah. Listen, we're going on about Brighton giving Man City a game. Wolves gave us a hell of a game.
Yeah.
And we're the only side, the only top 6 side that have not took points off.
Yeah.
We've got to be proud of that. We've got to look at some of our results throughout the season and what we've done. 97 points in the 38-game season was unheard of until Man City hit the 100 last year. It's unheard of. It's like unbelievable. But this is the standard that's been set, and we've jumped up into that standard now. We need to keep this standard and go forward.
Yeah, and one thing that I wanted to point out as well, obviously Daniel Sturridge didn't play a part in today's game, and it was his last game maybe for Liverpool. Would you have liked to have seen a bit of a spell for him at the end, a couple of minutes, just maybe a farewell? Because I don't see him staying at Liverpool.
Listen, Klopp's not a man for all this stuff. Klopp wants to win games. He does things for a football reason. Yeah, he doesn't do things for poetry and all this, or you have a lovely send off. Yeah, he'd probably say to him, "You can do that at the end of the match when we walk round. You can go and clap the crowd." Klopp wanted to win that match. Yeah, if he didn't feel Sturridge could have done it, then he did the right thing. In the end, he won 2-0. So whatever team he picked, he picked the right one on that day.
Yeah, 100%.
It is a shame for Sturridge, but we all thought he was finished last season when he went on loan to West Brom.
Who knows? He's probably here for another 5 years.
Well, there is rumour of him going to Leicester, isn't there? Rodgers wants him there. But wherever he goes, I wish him luck.
Yeah.
I wish him luck. We've got to move on now. We've moved on from Sturridge, I think, and we have done for quite a while. He's had a little bit part this season, like the equaliser against Chelsea. But to be fair, Origi has had a better season than him with these last-minute goals. And today, I thought he was immense.
Yeah, I was literally just about to ask you. My next question was, Divock, how good was he today?
Talk about playing yourself for another contract. Well, do you know what? Do you know what? At the start of the season, he was the man I wanted out the most, other than Moreno, of course.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, what about Moreno? I know you're not a fan of Moreno's, but
no. Him and Moreno, I said we need to get rid of him. Give him 50p. I'll drive him to like Wolfsburg or wherever they're going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, Origi, honestly, what a change around. And today, his hold-up play I've never seen it before. And I just think, wow, where's that come from? He took a lot of pressure off us. He held the ball up. He allowed us to run forward more. The ball wasn't coming back as quick.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think he was brilliant. Even his pressing, I looked at his pressing and stuff, and I thought, he's pressing like a Liverpool player now. Well, sometimes when he was in a team, he would half press. You'd see him run, but sometimes without conviction. Whereas today, he was fully committed to the press. He was leading the press sometimes, and then it was triggering other players. Other times, he read it like Mane would trigger the press, and then Origi knew what to do, and he just fitted in. He looked at home in that front three, and that's something that I really like to see, because without Bobby being in that front three, for ages we've been saying, oh no, we can't afford to lose one of the front three. Now with Origi playing the way he is, Bobby's not been in the team. Hopefully Bobby is definitely back for the final. But I really like seeing that he can perform to that level as well.
Oh, definitely. And it was nice to see Chamberlain come on. He was on about Sturridge, but I think Klopp has big plans for Chamberlain next season.
Yeah,
massive,
I do.
Massive plans.
Yeah.
I know his injury set us back, and you know what? His injury may have cost us the final last season, because he would have been a handful running deep for Real Madrid. I'm sure of it.
Well, our options were thin, wasn't they, as well? So.
Well, yeah, we're going into this with just Bobby, a doubt, but they reckon he'll be fit by then. But on current playing, for me personally, Origi deserves to start the final before Bobby. I'd bring Bobby on later, but I think Origi deserves a start.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely amazing. So, in the live chat, anyone that agrees with Mickey there, Origi to start Champions League final, especially after that performance today, please put it, let everyone know. Mickey, thank you so much for calling into the show, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Any last words for everyone that's watching?
Yeah, listen, right. I know it's going to start on social media and all this, but any Liverpool fan that says Klopp out, bob on from my club. Go away. Go and support somebody else.
Yeah.
Because anyone thinks Klopp isn't good enough is crazy. Because he hasn't won the Premier League. Wow, you know what I mean? How close can he get? To me, what people have got to remember is what Klopp took over and what Guardiola took over were two different kettles of fish.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Guardiola took over the current champions. You know what I mean? The ones that can challenge, the ones with the biggest purse strings. Yeah. Klopp took over a really, I don't know if you've seen it, it's on Amazon Prime, Steven Gerrard, Make Us Believe. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Right. Steven Gerrard admitted in there he took all the pressure on because he played in very poor Liverpool sides, yeah?
Yeah.
We are always proud of our side because we so love him and support him. But if you look back, the sides have been terrible. Yeah. That's why. Yeah, and before, when we've challenged, we've sold off the team and we've struggled the next season. This won't happen this time.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. I agree. Thank you so much, Mickey. Honestly, I hope that you have a good rest of your day as well. I know that Mickey will probably jump straight into the live chat, everyone. So if you've got any questions for Mickey, then put it in there and Mickey will answer it straight afterwards. Yeah. Brilliant, mate. Thank you so much for phoning into the show.
Come on, Reds. Let's win this European Cup. Come on.
Let's have it.
Have it.
I love it. Thank you so much to Mickey, like I was just saying, for calling in. Gillian says, thanks to Mickey as well. Klopp can't go anywhere because she's going to grab his ankles, even if he thinks about going. I'm down with that, Gillian. You grab one, I'll grab the other. Someone else get him in a headlock. Klopp cannot leave Liverpool Football Club. Paul says, Klopp is a genius. Please stay. 100% Paul, I'm down. I want Klopp to remain at us for many years. I think I'm a massive fan of his. I have been since he first come in. I thought, yes, finally, here we go. Imagine having Stevie G in this team, says S. Carl Brown. Yeah, honestly, I think Stevie G could have won a league if he had a team like this around him. I really do. That's the one thing that was gutted, because Steven Gerrard is my best. He's my favourite ever football player. For those that have just joined the channel. Yeah, and the one thing that I wish is that Stevie G was playing for Liverpool when we won the Premier League, because that would have been the best thing ever. I would have loved him to be able to do that just for him. Klopp is a man, says Mickey. GG Liverpool, says Fart Bomb. GG Fart. Junior says, exactly, mate. Oh, good to see you, Junior. Hope you're well, my friend. He says, we've just destroyed Barca. I can't understand why some fans are afraid of Spurs. Do you know what, Junior? I saw a Liverpool fan tweet online, and this is a very good way of putting it, and I think a lot of fans feel the same. They're not scared of Spurs. They're scared of losing to Spurs in a Champions League final. And I thought, that's very true, because I really don't want to get to a Champions League final again and lose, because a lot of people are looking at it going, this is our best chance of winning the Champions League, really. Last year we was against Real Madrid, all right? Lots went against us, but it just wasn't meant to be. But you come away and you thought, you know what? We played Real Madrid in Champions League final. This year, we lose to Spurs, and it's no disrespect to Spurs, but, you know, a lot of people are going to look at it and go, we lost to Spurs. And we know that we can beat Spurs because we've played them loads in the league and we beat them, you know. So, and look where we are in the league and the points that we've got over this league season. And Spurs, you know, Spurs are a great team. So I get that some people are probably scared, maybe in that sense, of playing them. But I think I really liked the way it was worded, that not scared of Spurs, scared of losing to Spurs. If you can make a difference of that, if that makes sense. But it does to me. Flat says, not afraid of Spurs, afraid of bad luck. Flat, yeah, that's got a part to play in it as well, because anything can happen in football. Rod's got a smiley face there as well. Rod Connor says, we go and get our 6th European and celebrate long into the night. Oh my God, would them celebrations be massive? Do you know what, everyone? How many of you Liverpool fans out there, if you're not watching this live and you watch it back on a replay, go and celebrate tonight. Go and celebrate that season that we've just had. Why should you not celebrate? I guarantee them Liverpool lads, yeah, part of them will be upset or disappointed that they didn't quite get it over the line. But only a small part. Them boys, Jurgen Klopp and that, once the Champions League's final is out the way, they are going to celebrate the season they've just had. Why shouldn't the Liverpool fans celebrate what we've just had? Why shouldn't you? What a season, everyone. I think we should celebrate. You know, people was talking about, oh, if we win the league today, I'm going to crack the beers out. I'm going to celebrate. Celebrate anyway, because we nearly won the league. We were that close. You know, it's worth a celebrate. It's worth a celebration in my mind. You know, I know there'll be fans out there that disagree, but for me, I think that we should still celebrate how good the boys have been, and the direction that we're going in is worth celebrating, in my honest opinion. Anthony says, I'll go have a Ribena. Anthony, exactly. I reckon James Milner's going to crack open a Ribenas, isn't he? Does everyone think we'll get the lit, says Pooch? I don't know whether we're getting, but he's one that I'm going to be watching for the transfer window because I would love him. S. Cole says, we had a great season. S, are you celebrating tonight? I think you should celebrate, my friend. In my opinion, we only need to get 1 or 2 backup signings. What City did with Mahrez, 100%. 100% Connor. Junior says, Delit, Brandt and Pepe/Depay incoming, in my opinion. Thank you so much, Junior. Please leave a thumbs up on the live stream if you haven't already, everyone. It really helps the channel out, and I appreciate it when you do it. Thank you to everyone that's joined on this one. The lines are open. If anyone else wants to call into the show and have their say, get on Skype, call On The Bench LFC, all in smalls. It doesn't cost you anything. That's why I do it on Skype. Make it free for you lot to do. And yeah, it'd be nice to get any more views. Obviously, if no one does call in, Connor, if you want to call up the show and have your say, mate, then feel free to do so. Nick Miller says, Klopp and players should feel proud of season. You never walk alone. Nick, massive shout out to you. I agree fully. Feels bad, man, but it was a great season. Mystics, yeah. I think a lot of people are feeling the same as you, from what I can tell in the comments. Great season, but it feels bad that we didn't quite get it. Still got to wait for the title. That's what I've kind of seen a common occurrence so far from the live chat. Pooch says, we shouldn't be disappointed. We've been amazing this season. So proud of the boys, and even more in love with Klopp. Yeah, how many people are more in love with Jurgen Klopp? Was it even possible to fall more in love with that man? I think it was, because I think I have. Michael Cole says, revenge. That's what I say. Payback for last year. Final. How ironic that it's in Madrid. Be proud of the Reds. Best fans ever. Michael Cole, spot on with that comment. How ironic that we get to play the final in Madrid. We've got to win it yet, but let's go and do it. It says, yes, I celebrate every game. I absolutely love that. Every game should be a celebration, shouldn't it? Mickey says, Lovren, Lallana and Sturridge out. Delit, Fekir and Werner in. Boom. Paul says yes. Eddie says, proud to be a Liverpool fan. You'll never clone. Eddie, massive shout out to you, my friend. I'm proud to be a Liverpool fan as well. We got a call in. Here we go. Hello, Connor, my friend.
Hi, mate. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you, mate. What a season, buddy.
Oh, it's heartbreaking, but it's so good to be proud of this team, no matter what happens. Like, I cannot be any more prouder of this team.
Yeah. This match, we won it again. We got 3 points. That takes it up to 97 points. Can you believe that we got 97 points this year, Connor? Has that sunk into you? I know we didn't win the league, but 97 points.
If you had said to me at the start of the season we would get 97, I'd say good. It's nice to look at it, but we're not going to get it.
Yeah.
That was like my honest. I think that was my honest reaction to it. But to not win the league with 97 points is. It's heartbreaking, but it's just, like I just said, it's so proud to even look at it and to go, like what some people have been saying in the chat, 25 points last season and this season only 1. It's just remarkable what this team is doing.
Yeah, and it's the first step, isn't it? Like we have constantly been saying, like Jurgen Klopp says, when people talk about it and have been speaking about Liverpool could come close to winning it, and now we obviously haven't, people talking about it, and it kind of... This felt like some people feel like it was our last chance to win the league, but it really isn't, is it?
No, Jurgen Klopp said it a couple of weeks ago. This is the first time this team has the opportunity to go on and win the league, and it's not like if it's the last. And it's like what you said with Mickey earlier on. It's like this Liverpool side is young. There's still plenty more room to improve with this team. And Manchester City, yes, they have a phenomenal side, but they are aging. They got more aging players than us. We have either get into their prime or in the middle of their prime right now. And, well, we still got a Champions League to go and focus on, which we all know was what's going to happen there. Hopefully a 6th. But, yeah, it's just this team can go and compete now for the next 2 or 3 years minimum.
Yeah, at least. And if Klopp is offered a new 5-year contract like what we're hearing, how amazing is that Klopp knows it, the players know it, they all know it, because even the last couple of seasons there was players that would be talking, you'd see interviews and they go, there's big things happening at Liverpool, big things are coming to Liverpool, and there was a time where you was like, well, what big things? Come on, tell us. Do you mean like we're going to be signing big players? Like, what's going on? Obviously, Liverpool did go on to sign Van Dijk, Alisson. We signed top players for big transfer fees as well. But it's not just, that wasn't just what they meant. It just, in general, the club has got big things coming, and it's what me and Mickey was talking about, and what we just said, this is only the beginning. And for you tonight, obviously Wolves, as we said, a lot of respect for Wolves. They played really well again tonight against us. I was very impressed with them during that game, but I want to get your man of the match for that game tonight, mate.
For me, it's got to go to Sadio Mane, getting the 2 goals and, well, taking the golden boot to literally between him, Salah and Aubameyang. That was quite shocking. I was like, oh, it's between Mo and Sadio, and then it's like, oh, Aubameyang scored 2. It's like, oh, okay then, they all share it. But I think one player that deserves a massive shout out is Joel Matip. I thought he was brilliant today.
Yeah, again, another great performance from him. Is this? Are we seeing the players, taking the next step, like Joel Matip, like Jordan Henson, all of them, Origi? Are they taking the next step under Jurgen Klopp? Because, I think Mickey said a player like Origi is playing for a new contract. Do you think that Joel Matip saw that with Lovren being back fit, with Joe Gomez starting the season off the way he is, do you think Matip maybe was like, I've got to up my game to stay in the first team? Or do you think this is just what Klopp does? This is a general progression that all players will make under Jurgen Klopp because of how good of a manager he is?
I think it's a true sign of what Jurgen Klopp is doing with his football club. I think that if we looked at the start of the season, I'd say maybe Matip and Origi were on the list to go. Maybe if we look to next season. But for me, both of them stay. I think that Lovren is probably the fourth choice defender now. I think Matip could even be second choice now in front of Joe Gomez. Obviously, Joe Gomez is the future, but right now at this moment in time, I do believe Joel Matip is the second defender behind Virgil van Dijk. And Divock Origi, he's just been amazing. Like, he deserves a statue for Barcelona. He deserves one for Everton at the last minute. He is now the backup striker now for Bobby, and I don't think anyone can argue with that unless we go and sign someone in the summer, which it could be a possibility. But for me, Divock Origi is the backup for Bobby for definite.
Do you see us now with how Origi's playing? Do you see us going out and signing a big backup striker? Like, do you know, like Werner's being linked? Do you see Liverpool trying to approach a striker like that with how Origi's doing now? Or do you think that might, hurt Origi's growth because we are seeing that he's progressing now?
I'd love us to go and sign Timo Werner. I think that the two main people I want us to sign in the summer is Timo Werner and Hakeem Ziyech from Ajax. But to sign Werner to back up Bobby is probably, like you said, damaging for Divock Origi. Like, maybe if we signed him, he could be backup for Sadio Mane and we can rest Mane for a few games. But right now, I would say Divock is fine, obviously, because we got Brewster coming back next season. Maybe we don't need a striker. Maybe we just need maybe a creative midfielder, maybe a spare winger to make sure that we have backup in those positions.
Yeah, it's definitely something to think about for everyone there, knowing that Brewster's coming back and you've got Origi playing the way he is. But the only thing that you got is you get through the transfer window and then Origi's form dips, because we've seen that before, that there was one point where he was doing really well and then his form dipped again, and then you're back to square one. You're like, well, we could have done with going into the transfer market, but by that point we might not have your Daniel Sturridge available on the bench and stuff. So it's where Klopp, and I'll be very interested to see what they do in the transfer window for sure. I see Shane Walter come in and say, you can't escape me, lol, and something like that. So I don't know what's going on there. Charlotte Lallana almost retired, and also Milner. So it's a big thing, you know. James Milner come on today. James Milner is probably going to be pushing for a start in the Champions League final. He's been absolutely fantastic for us. Jurgen Klopp did say the energy of Hendo, Millie and Fabinho on the Tuesday night game against Barcelona was like wolves. That nobody had fed for 8 weeks. He said they're pretty much unplayable. So I do feel like that might be the midfield three that he goes for in the Champions League final. Tonight he was rested at the beginning. Gini, Henson and Fabinho started. Gini looked knackered by the end, but how did you think that midfield three did tonight, considering, for me, I felt like we was bypassing our midfield quite a bit and trying to be maybe too direct in this game?
Yeah, I feel like for the whole game, we were just constantly looking past the midfield. I feel maybe in the first, just before the goal, I think that we were struggling a little bit to find those gaps to try and open the score. And I think that, Gini did look a bit tired tonight. I think even Robbo looked a bit tired today. I think that, obviously him having the injury and coming back, I thought he did well, obviously, because it's Andy Robbo, but he did look a bit tired. And I thought Jordan Henderson, again showed a real captain's performance, getting stuck into challenges, getting just these past few months. For me, he's been Liverpool's most improved player, without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely. I was looking at our performance tonight. We still won 2-0 against a very good Wolves team. And I did feel like maybe the game against Barcelona, that would have took a lot out of any player to play in a game with a performance level so high. So maybe tonight, what we saw today, what we saw in that game, when we was moving the ball maybe a bit slower than what we used to seeing Liverpool do, maybe it was just a bit of a backlash from that. Like you say, Robbo had the injury that he was returning from. Jordan Henson, I said there was a question mark over whether he would start this, whether we risk him because we won him for the Champions League final. Origi did start this, but obviously had a massive performance against Barcelona, and Genie as well. Obviously looks dead on his legs towards the end, but a massive performance when he come on against Barcelona, even though he didn't play the whole game. So but yet we still managed to win 2-0, and this has been what Liverpool have been this season for me. We don't have to play well all the time now. There was a point a couple of years ago where if we didn't play well, we would have definitely have drawn or lost maybe. Whereas now, Liverpool don't have to play well, and we still can be clinical at points in the game. We can still come away with a 2-0 victory. But is that mainly because we're a lot more solid at the back? We've got a fantastic keeper. We've got Van Dijk in there, which, since he's come in, his presence along the back line alone has helped. But then I want to point out the fact that Robbo being at left back has really made us more solid as well. But the whole back line in general, we are so much more solid at the back that we can probably play not at our best in games, still keep a clean sheet like we did today, and then it only takes 2 chances in a game that we've got to be clinical, and we come away with a 2-0 victory.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think for me the big turning point for this Liverpool team was, I think, last season away to Arsenal. And I think James Milner said it perfectly. He said, we don't know how to calm the games down. We don't know how to kill the games. I think that's been the major difference between, like what you said, this season to last season. We've learned how to properly take from attack to defence, because I think we've conceded like 20... No, is it 20 less goals or something like that, or something or 30 plus goals? I think we've conceded less, and that's thanks to Virgil van Dijk, Andy Robbo, Alisson. Alisson, I think, has been superb this season. Definitely worth the money, in my opinion. Jurgen Klopp has just transformed this team into a world-beating team, and if we was to face any team, like any team at all, I think we'd beat anyone on our day.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm not scared of any team out there. Like when we play against people in the Champions League, there's no team that I'll come up against that I think Liverpool can't beat them. If we turn up, we can't beat them. It's only like people have said earlier on, like about the Champions League final that we've got coming. They're worried about bad luck, or it's just the same old thing. You only think to yourself that with football anything can happen. But there isn't a team out there that I think, if we're at our best, you're going to play us off the park. No one plays Liverpool off the park. And as you rightly said, the way we manage games now, it's not like people get much momentum really against Liverpool. There's only been a couple of games within the last year that I've seen where other teams have had a good amount of momentum in a game against us. That's been key, this season, to only one loss out of 38 games. One loss is incredible. Yes, there was draws in there. Yes, we could do better next season and hopefully go on to win the league. But learning how to control the game and control the momentum has been a massive improvement that Klopp has done this year. And something that I wanted to ask you is, obviously Buvac left the club, didn't he? And a lot of people was worried about Klopp losing his right-hand man, Buvac. What is your overall opinion since Buvac has left? Do you feel that there's been any effect whatsoever? Do you think Klopp needed Buvac before? Do you think that Buvac was, in my opinion, Liverpool don't play as attackive? Do you think maybe Buvac was a main focal point into how Liverpool used to attack? But what's your overall view since he's gone? Do you think Klopp has kicked on without having his right-hand man?
I think having Pep Lijnders back was like a big thing for Jurgen Klopp. I think if maybe we didn't have him back, maybe Klopp would have maybe thought things a lot different. But I do agree in the sense Buvac, I think, maybe was telling Klopp to So far this season, like in the Manchester United game earlier on in the season, Shaqiri come off the bench and scored 2 goals. I think under Buvac, I don't think we would have done that. I think he would have brought on like James Milner or someone like that just to like ease the game out. I think Klopp has sometimes his substitutions and that have been a bit late, but he's just made correct decision after correct decision all the time this season. It's like this, from the management to the players, everyone is in sync. And I think that nothing now can spoil this for Liverpool at all.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I fully agree. Connor, thank you so much for calling into the show. Is there any last words on this stream that you want to say to people before you get off?
Well, it was an amazing season, but we just have to take one positive. We're going to Madrid.
Yes, absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Connor. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, thank you. Speak to you in a bit, mate. Thanks. Bye. So obviously you all heard Connor's views as well. You heard Mickey's just before. A couple of really good call-ins. Yeah, Liverpool took the next step this year. It didn't happen. We move on. We go to next year. Matthew says, I thought Glenn Murray had done it. Matthew, so did I, mate. So did I. Liverpool scored. Glenn Murray scored. I put my son's Spider-Man mask on. I was running around the kitchen like an absolute idiot. But you lot on this channel, you know what I'm like. Heat at the moment happens. And then Aguero goes and scores within a minute of the thing. It just wasn't meant to be. And this is the only thing that I always say. It wasn't meant to be. But as Mickey rightfully said earlier, Liverpool didn't lose the league. Man City won the league. We're the only team that pushed it all the way. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. Shah says, honestly, Kloppo is horrible with subs. Unpopular opinion. Love the guy though. You're not the only one with that opinion, Shah. I see that a lot online. A lot of people say he could maybe make subs a bit earlier, maybe make some different subs to what he does. But, you know, everyone has their own thoughts and opinions. And what I say on this channel is never feel afraid to say your opinions, because we accept everyone's opinions and it makes for a good debate, doesn't it? Mass debate on the thing, as someone rightfully said before. But it makes for a good talking point. If you put something like that, someone else can say something. I mean, it leads us to all be able to talk actually on the chat. So Tottenham will come for City too, says Pooch. You know, Tottenham have done well. Give them their juice. They've been consistent over the years. They've got to a Champions League final. We've still got to play them yet. I was honestly about to order a Murray 17 shirt, Daz Junior. Yeah, get it framed and put it up on the wall, isn't it? August Frost says loser pool. Oh really, August? Really? What loser pool? Yeah, loser by one point a pool. Is that all? Is that the best you've got? Not really. August, wrong month, mate. Wrong month. See you later. Tottenham will win the final, says Garel. Oh, look, they're all coming in their droves, aren't they? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Can we win the Champions League, says Godfred. Hell yeah, we can. We're Liverpool Football Club. Of course we can. Right. Anyway, to round this off, like I said, Van Dijk named Premier League Player of the Season. First defender since Vincent Kompany, which was 7 years ago, to win it. Mo Salah and Mane, Golden Boot. Fantastic. Liverpool have only lost one game to all you other fan supporters trying to call us losers. We only lost one game. How many games did your teams lose? Right, we only lost one game in 38 games this year. 97 points on the table. Get in. That is a great result. Something very much to be proud of. We should all celebrate tonight, regardless. This year, we've beat PSG, Napoli, Bayern and Barca in the Champions League alone. We're in the Champions League final. We still got Spurs to come. We're going to Madrid. As Connor keeps pointing out, we are going to Madrid. What a season. Like the title said, wow, what a season. Wear the shirt with pride, as we always say. I'm proud to be a Liverpool supporter. You're proud to be a Liverpool supporter. We've done ourselves very proud. No matter what the other fans say, if they're being negative, don't worry about it, because Liverpool are above a lot of the other teams of them fans in the league. And that is all we have to remind them. All right. On to Madrid, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Please leave a thumbs up if you haven't already on the live stream. That'd be muchly appreciated. It helps the channel. And yeah, I've really, really enjoyed today's watch along. It was the first one back on the channel for a little bit because obviously I was off for a bit, but now we'll be back. Champions League final to come. We've got match build-up shows moving forwards. Obviously, match build-up show for the Champions League final, we're going to be talking transfers over the coming days. Transfer window around the corner. We'll have some team news on injuries, updates. Daily Liverpool talk is what this channel is about. It's about getting your views heard. So if you're a Liverpool supporter and you haven't subscribed yet, but you do like to talk about Liverpool and you like to talk to other Liverpool fans as well, then please consider subscribing because they're a good bunch on here. I love them, and I think you will too. Right, so I've been on the bench LFC. You've all been legends. Go and enjoy the rest of your days. Go and celebrate it. 97 points. What an achievement. Get in.